jingle bells.
Hey fam, what's up? Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another makeup tutorial. This is the look I've done here today and I'm freaking obsessed. Today's video is super fun because I'm using a palette I've never ever used before. This is the Too Faced White Chocolate Bar palette. I used it to create this look today, as well as some glitter from Voss. This is what the palette looks like if you're unfamiliar. At first I was kind of like on it. I didn't love it and I actually kind of like forced myself to use it today, but I'm so glad that I did because I love the way this makeup turned out. I think it is such a fun, you know, minty green holiday makeup tutorial that I think will look amazing on everybody. So if you want to see how I got this look, just keep on watching. So first to start off, we need to prime our lids. As always, I'm going to take my Bella Pierre eyeshadow base that you guys know I love. I've been loving on this for a long time. It's been like years now and I still have it. It's dipping, but it's still good to go. So I'm just going to pop this all over my lid, and then popping into my Too Faced White Chocolate Bar palette, I'm going to take my big fluffy brush and I'm going to pop into this creamy shade, and I just want to pop that all over the lid to lock in our primer. I'll be honest y'all, this palette does not really like grab me. I'm not super excited about it. I think I just personally prefer like really deep and warm colors. I don't mind cool tones, but I feel like everything in this palette is so similar that I was kind of like forcing myself to use it today. From there, I want to jump into the shade Mint Chocolate. I do think this green looks kind of pretty, so. And I'm in the mood to kind of do like a holiday green look. So I'm going to build that up in my crease. This is my Sigma Beauty E35 blending brush. I'm just going to work that in. So I get a lot of questions on why I use so many Sigma brushes, other than the fact that the company has just been so great to me. They've been so supportive of my channel since the very beginning, which is like more than I can say for a lot of companies who have sent me PR. I've used their things and then they somehow kind of like hurt me at certain times. Like there's another company who a lot of people say I was like one of the first to ever use their products on YouTube, and they were really never that nice to me. Like I've had a ton of experience with them, both in person and just online, that I don't really want to get into because I'm not about dragging people, but where I just felt like they were really not that nice to me. Like they were almost on the verge of like making fun of me at certain events and things, and I felt like they really heavily wanted me to push their products, but they weren't very kind to me as a person, and I just can't get down with that. Not to mention, these are the same Sigma brushes I started my channel with. Like they in the beginning sent me a big set of brushes, and they've of course sent me new ones like along the way. Like these rose gold brushes I've had for years. I've never switched up or received new rose gold brushes, and they have lasted me so many years. Like probably around 5-6 years I've been using the same brushes and they are in perfect condition. So for me, and I'm not saying there's not other amazing brushes out there because I know there are, but like don't fix what's not broken, you know? That's just how I feel. They've always just been such fantastic brushes. I love how they blend my makeup. I love how they apply my makeup. So if I'm really gonna promote something, it's gonna be something I truly believe in. And I just believe in Sigma brushes the most. They're just such great quality. And I also don't like push my Sigma code that hard. I almost never mention it in videos. I always leave it in the description box if you guys wanted to check them out. But I don't care what brushes you guys use. Like you could use Morphe, you could use, you know, whatever brand. BH Cosmetics. I think each brand makes a good set of brushes and it's just up to you to find what you love. But I just personally love the Sigma brushes. I always have. Even before they started taking me on trips with them and sponsoring my videos, I've always just been very faithful to the brand because I just love their brushes. I love how they don't private label and they don't just buy brushes that were already made by somebody else and use them. Like they legit have a 3D printer that they work with. Like I know for a fact the owner, she just watches YouTube videos and just thinks like, what brush would make this easier? Like she watches so many videos, and that's just what I love about the company. They're really passionate about YouTubers and trying to find the best brushes that will work for them, and I just believe in that so much. Like they create everything that they have. They don't just buy it from a private label or anything like that. They like work really hard to create really unique brushes, and that's just, they're the best to me. They are just the best. So yeah, that's why I use them. I get that question a lot and they're just amazing. This is a pretty green, isn't it? Right above that, I want to jump into the shade Cake Batter, and I want to sort of blend that around the top to help smooth out that green. I'm also going to pop back into Glaze, and I'm going to pop that right underneath my brow as our highlight and kind of brighten that back up a bit. That Cake Batter shade kind of made it a little mucky, so I'm just trying to brighten her back up. I then want to pop into Smoked Sea Salt here, and I just want to add this to the outer corner to give me some of that depth that I really love in my smoky eyes. So I'm just blending that right in. I don't think I want to go too far over, just enough to make sure the colors marry together. I don't know how I feel about this, but we're doing it. I'm gonna finish it. Sometimes I feel like that's just how my makeup looks go. Sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. And then at the end, it kind of pulls together and I'm like, all right, don't give up yet, girl. You got this. Now I'm going to take more of the Bella Pierre Shadow Base on a little brush. We're going to use this to prep for our lid shade. And let's use this to carve out the lid. And then on top of that, I want to take the shade Exotic. I always get a ton of questions on this brush. This is the E60 shader brush by Sigma. I use it for all of my live swatches because it applies color so quickly and it ends up being a lot more gentle on my lids that way because it doesn't take much to put the shadow on. And it's just ideal. I mean, it just covers your lid so quickly. Oh, that's a pretty color. I'm also going to take some of this chocolate chip shade. I think I want a little more dimension on the lid. So I'm going to pack that on the outer half. I was nervous that this wouldn't apply well on top of that shimmery shade, but it looks like it's doing fine. Melting right in. Oh, it's called chocolate syrup, you guys, not chocolate chip. Sorry. I was like, hey, that's not a very chocolate chippy shade. That's because it's not what it's called, SHAE. I'm going to add some glitter because it's the holidays, it's magical. So I'm going to take my MAC Mixing Medium as well as this new Violet Voss glitter in the shade Snowflake. It is unreal, you guys. It looks so beautiful. I'm excited to pop this on. So I got a bit of that mixing medium. I'm going to pop it right on the inner half of my lid. I guess I'm essentially going to cover up that little shade we just laid down. And then I'm going to take some of the glitter and pop that right on top. Oh yes, this is just so Christmassy to me. Oh my gosh, I literally feel like a freaking Christmas tree right now. It's amazing. And then for liner, I'm going to take my Makeup Forever M10 Black Gel paint, Aqua XL color paint. I never know what to call this thing. And I'm like running out of it and I love it. I need to get a new one. And I'm going to take this with the Sigma E65 small angled brush. And I'm going to try and do a nice little wing. Sometimes it can be so tricky doing liner over glitter. So I tend to like to use like kind of a product like this. So I want to work on the face before finishing up the eyes. I'm first going to prime with my Fenty Beauty Primer that I love oh so much. Gosh, glitter is just the gift that keeps on giving, isn't it? I've tried to remove this glitter for like 20 minutes now. And I got most of it off my face, but not all of it. So I was like, whatever, it is what it is. I did the tape trick and everything. I think it's a heavier glitter, so it might be kind of falling from my eyes a bit. But what can you do, you know? Sometimes a bitch just wants to sparkle for the holidays, you know? And then for foundation, I'm going to take my Too Faced Peach Perfect in the shade Warm Nude. I believe this is actually a shade or two too dark for me. Don't worry, I see it. But all my makeup is kind of still packed away right now in my suitcase. I need to unpack that tonight, but I just wanted to get filming and I have so much junk in that freaking suitcase. So don't worry. I see it, but we're going to make do. And I'm applying this with my Sigma Beauty 3DH blending sponge, and I believe it's finally back in stock. So if you guys want to check that out, I will link it. And I do have an affiliate code if you want to save 10% off, but just know I will make a commission. I'll make that 10%. So if you don't want to use that, totally cool. Just head to the website. I really do love this foundation. I love the finish of it. It's kind of like a satin finish in my opinion, and it smells really good. So if you are sensitive to fragrance, you might want to get a sample before purchasing it fully, but I really like it. And then for concealer, I'm going to take my Urban Decay All Nighter Concealer in the shade Light. And I kind of like to go on the sides of my nose to help with my contouring and then bring it out. I love this concealer. I'm actually almost out of it because I've been using it so much. And then I'm also going to bring some on the nose and up into the forehead, a little right here and a little on the chin. And now blend out under the eyes as you do. I'll probably fast forward through this part because it's kind of boring, I know. And then I'm also going to set that with my Peach Perfect powder. So just kind of pop that underneath. And I'm not going to do too much baking because lately I've been trying to use less powder under my eyes so they don't look as crepey. I also like to take it up through the nose and into my forehead region. And now I'll just kind of remove that powder lightly with a clean brush And I'm going to use some of that Too Faced powder again just to set the rest of my foundation because I don't think I need like a full coverage powder right now. I think this foundation did a great job. So I'm just going to use translucent. And now on the waterline, I'm going to take the Urban Decay pencil in the shade Mildew. It's a nice green. I think it'll tie together nicely. And just run that on the bottom lash line. Oh, she's gorgeous, this green. It has like a nice, slightly metallic. It's not too metallic. Like it still defines nicely. There's a nice sheen to it. And then gently blend that in with my finger. And then jumping back into that mint chocolate chip, I'm going to blend that liner out. Now before falsies, let's add some mascara. I'm going to use my CoverGirl Peacock Flare Mascara that I freaking love. This brush is just like ideal. Just grabs the lash hair so well. It's non-clumping and it's just very, very buildable. Also topping some on my lower lashes, of course, even though I always forget this part. Lately I've been pretty good. Next, to finish off the face, I want to jump into my Shade and Light palette by Kat Von D. I was lucky enough to score this at Marshall's for only $24.99. Like, whoop, whoop, that's exciting. And I first want to start off with this middle bronzer. And I'm going to add some dimension to my hairline because it makes me feel like a bad bitch, like a bad bitch, like a bad bitch. I am just not myself without this bronzed forehead. I'm telling you guys, if you've never bronzed your forehead, please do it. Every now and again I get a comment from someone who's like, Shay, I bronzed my forehead. You are so right, girl. It changes everything. And I'm like, I know, it's amazing. And let's go ahead and add some of that into the cheekbones as well. I try not to get carried away with my bronzer, you guys, but hello, I'm from Jersey. It's a Jersey thing. We really like our bronzer out here. Oh, I was gonna ask you, are any of you guys watching that Floribama Shore show? I just can't watch it because I'm just like, you know, I'm a true Jersey Shore girl. I love the Jersey Shore. I've been to the Jersey Shore house many times. I mean, you can't like go inside it, but you can go and see the Italian flag garage and take pictures in front of it. I remember when that show was going on, Jersey was so pissed. They hated it. But it's funny because now that Floribama Shore is a show, like everyone in New Jersey is like, it'll never be like Jersey Shore. And I'm like, you guys can't claim it now when you were hating on it back then. Like, let them do their thing. But I can't watch it. It's not for me. Although it does look interesting. The drama does look pretty dramaful. And now I'm actually going to pop into my Fiona Stiles contouring palette because it is my favorite for my nose contour. As you guys know, I really like to take this middle shade and a little bit of the really ashy shade on the end. And I use this to contour my nose. It's just the perfect tone for me. I actually have like 2 or 3 of these palettes because for a while I was so afraid they were being discontinued. They were just doing like a package redesign, but I was so scared it wasn't going to come back, so I like stocked up on it. So it's the only thing I've ever found that I really like for my nose contour. So I just do this. I just kind of try and follow a straight line, and then I go right in the middle of my nose to make a little nose peen, as I call it here on my channel because I'm so inappropriate. I'm like 5 years old. Well, maybe not 5, maybe like 12, 13, where penis jokes are really funny, but I never grew up. And then I'll just take that powder brush again and kind of smooth over everything in an attempt to blend that out. And then back into my Kat Von D contouring shade, I'm going to take the lightest one on the end here. What the fuck? A lot of geese out there. And I want to pop this right in the hollow of my cheek. I'm so excited to have this palette again, and I'm even more excited that I did not pay full price for it. Like, hell yeah. Just adding a little more definition. Oh, I love holiday makeup. Like, I truly think this is my favorite makeup time. Like, fall makeup's great, but I feel like holiday makeup is just like, it's just so fun. That is a sickening contour shade. And then for blush, I'm going to take Colourpop's To The 10. Just a nice pink I think will go well with this look. I feel so jolly with this cheek color. I feel like I'm Mrs. Claus or something. And then for highlighter, I'm going to take OFRA Cosmetics Glow Goals. I'm just going to pop some on the nose. And on the cheeks, of course. And on the cupid bow. Now I'm going to set everything in with some Smashbox Primer Water. And then since the eyes are so colorful, I want to keep the lips pretty nude. So I'm going to take Kylie Cosmetics Candy K Lip Liner. Whoa. And then on top of that, I'm going to take the OFRA liquid lipstick in the shade Manila. Manila. And that is it for today's tutorial, you guys. I really hope you enjoyed this look. I love this so much. I think it's so fun and Christmassy and holiday-y, but you could kind of still wear this anytime you wanted. It's just a fun green smoky glittery eye that I adore. So thank you guys for watching today. For a list of products that I use, check the bottom box down below. Don't forget to come back tomorrow for another video because it is Shameless. New video every single day until December 25th. I'm getting tired. I've missed a few days. It is what it is. We're gonna keep rolling with it. Thank you guys for watching. I love you, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye!